you have a decision to make. You're going to take the call or no. And if you don't, the consequences aren't just about you. He's not calling you because your life is yours. He's calling you because there are people you're meant to save. I just really briefly, in accepting this assignment, I want to share with you how important calling is. Most of you probably don't know my story, but I'm a divorcee, I'm a single mom, I lost everything at one point, domestic abuse survivor, whole 9 yards. And God called me and said, I said to God, I don't understand. Like, why do I have to go through all of this? Well, it doesn't make sense. My parents have been married over 40 years. Divorced? My dad would never raise his hand to my mother. Domestic abuse? Lose everything my parents have real estated? Why is this my story? And as God has called me to do what I'm doing, he has demonstrated to me all of those things were meant as I'm writing about women in entrepreneurship and as I'm writing about failures in business. He said, these are all the things I've put into your life because you're called to minister to these women. You're called to deal with and help these women come into their entrepreneurship. So what if my accepting the call of the Lord was for this moment to tell you I've survived all of those things. And I said to the Lord, okay, I'll accept the call. I'll do it so that I could tell you today, you need to say yes. There are people in here and you'll be dealing with this the rest of the week. But there are people in here, God is calling you and he is driving you nuts. And he's not going to leave you alone. And it's not people who just aren't called. There are people who are being called to transition. And Bishop Sapp told us about that last night. You're being called to transition. And God is saying you need to answer it. And these are all practical things. But really what he wants you to do is change your heart from a no to a yes. Those of you who are in a transition where God is kind of annoying you, like I said, he's on your back. He's really like, you need to change. And it's hard because you're successful, and he's saying, go from this place where it feels really cushy and comfortable to this place where it's not. And you're like, but I got a job and kids and mouths. And he sent me here to tell you I had a job and kids and mouths. And I didn't lose my baby, but I lost all the other stuff. And I'm here. So God is saying you have to say yes. The other thing is there are some people here that are miserable, but you become comfortable in your misery. You can't trust him. He's like pushing you to step forward. And you don't want to because you're like, okay, God, you've kicked me, I'm down, face down in the dirt, and now you want me to jump off the ledge too? Seriously? And he's like, just come on, just say yes. I got you, just say yes.